Last night, Miley Cyrus released her new single, More to Lose, so let's talk about how this song may apply to attachment styles in relationships. Of these four attachment styles, I do feel the most sympathy for the anxious preoccupied. Um, if they're lucky, if the anxious preoccupied is lucky, they will end up in a relationship with a secure person, or maybe even another anxious preoccupied. And either that relationship will go well and it's happily ever after, or for whatever reason, the relationship will come to an end, but with a secure person, or perhaps with another anxious preoccupied. The anxious preoccupied will be treated with decency. They'll be given a good sense of closure, of reasoning. You know, um, Anytime with certain relationships in my own life, for whatever reason, if we need to part ways, even if it's just after one date, that is still a person. That's the way I see it. Yeah, maybe it was just one date, but that's still a person with a life and experiences of their own and emotions and feelings. And I will always offer them decency. I will always offer them consideration if they have anything that they uh, care to discuss. I do like offering some sense of closure, reasoning, clarity. I won't just ignore them, or as the kids say, ghost them. I'll never do that to a person. But with the anxious preoccupied, unfortunately, I think they're the most affected in terms of being ignored, being ghosted, their feelings not being validated or considered, because they usually end up with dismissive avoidance. Dismissive avoidance, they walk away with all of the answers, with all of the reasoning, leaving nothing for the anxious preoccupied. And the anxious preoccupied is the one feeling abandoned, with no answers, no closure, no clarity, just left like they never mattered, like they never even existed. And because they were not given a mature breakup, instead they were discarded. That sticks with them because they have unanswered questions. They were never given a definitive answer. They were just discarded again, like they meant nothing, like treated like they don't even exist, like they're not even human. So they deal with that heartbreak alone, with no answers given, no consideration for their feelings. It makes it harder for them to move on, even when they want to. They often they want to move on. They get to a point where they want to move on, but because they were discarded, ghosted, ignored, there are still residual feelings that stick around with that person. Maybe they're holding on to hope, or maybe they're just looking for some clarity on what happened, why they were discarded. And as the song says, the anxious preoccupied just thought that they and their partner had more to lose. That's what this song is about. That's my interpretation of this Miley Cyrus's new song through the lens of attachment theory and relationships. It's about an anxious preoccupied who was discarded by an avoidant, and they just thought that they mattered a bit more. They just thought that they had more to lose in this relationship with someone that they loved. So I came across this comment after I watched the new music video. I came across this comment. Let's read it together. It's pretty interesting. Okay, so Keisha Myers, I3X, says, this song is about maintaining emotional strength in the face of fading love. It captures the agony of not being ready to let go, the denial, the depression, the clinging to beautiful fragments as the whole thing quietly crumbles. It's for anyone who has ever stayed longer than necessary, not because they were weak, but because they loved and hoped too much. And this is common with the anxious preoccupied after they are discarded by an avoidant. So let's look at some of the lyrics of the song. So we get the pre-chorus. Miley sings, "You're looking like a movie star in a worn-out coat. So I throw away my mind. It happens all the time. So I throw away my pride. It happens all the time. God, it happens all the time." So if you're an anxious preoccupied, you can probably relate to these lyrics. And then the chorus, "Oh, I stay when the ecstasy is far away, and I pray that it's coming round again. And you say it, but I wish it wasn't true. Oh, I knew someday that one would have to choose. I just thought we had more to lose." You know, this demonstrates the loyalty and the commitment that the anxious preoccupied is capable of, and you know that really is something beautiful. Just like the name of Miley's new album, you know, the anxious preoccupied attachment style. Yeah, they have their issues. Okay, they lack boundaries. They need to work on their independence. They need to work on their emotional regulation, etc. But the kind of loyalty and commitment that they are capable of, you know, that is really something beautiful. Okay, but you know, like everyone, including avoidants, okay, they should be treated with decency, with consideration, you know, before, during, and even at the end of that relationship. Because again, the loyalty, the commitment that they're capable of, it is something beautiful. And hey, insecurities, vulnerabilities, and all, I think for the most part, we're all trying our best in life with what we know, with what we have, what we feel in any given moment. I think for the most part, we're all trying our best in life. So, Miley Cyrus's new album releases May 30th. I loved Endless Summer Vacation, so I'm really looking forward to this, and let's all look forward to something beautiful. I hope this video was helpful. I hope I brought some good into your life today. If so, please like and subscribe, and please share your thoughts and your stories in the comments. Let's get the discussion going. Any questions that you have. If you think this video might help somebody, please share it with them. What did you think of Miley Cyrus's new video, More to Lose? Share it in the comments. And until next time, you take care. I'll see you in the next video.